Hi everyone, and welcome to part number 5 of my 2022 Brazil series. I'm so excited because I'm about to explore a 19th century historic railway town. Why don't you come along with me? So it's nice and sunny today. I'm happy, can't believe it. Let's start off by climbing up on this brick thing and having a look over this fence. There's an old rusty train car behind me. How cool is that? Anything to do with history or railways sends me into a travel frenzy. Love it. So Paranapiacaba, I'm glad I vaguely pronounced that correctly, was a town, or is a town, that was set up in the 19th century, as I said, by a British railway company, the Sao Paulo Railway. And it was constructed for the employees of that company. They used to send people and goods from Sao Paulo down to the sea. And this was very much rife during the height of the coffee trade, you know. And Paranapiacaba actually means where you will find the sea in an indigenous language called Tupi, which I think is cool, because, you know, effectively it is going down to the sea. And we're going to be in Santos, by the way, in the next video. So prepare for beaches. Look at it, it's just so cool with the hills surrounding, the gorgeous blue skies, trains in the distance. That bridge apparently was the only way that people could safely cross the railway tracks. There's a lot of sort of detail, like tourist information at each spot in Portuguese and English, so that's wonderful. Thank you very much. And you'll probably notice throughout this video there are a lot of people riding bikes, as per behind me. It kind of reminds me of Cerro de San Pedro in Mexico. It was kind of a similar place in the middle of nowhere like this, a small town, and it feels like a lot of locals come here to ride bikes at the weekend. You know, it's a nice little day trip out, and I definitely feel there's domestic tourism here. You know, I believe I was the only one on the bus and the train that was non-Brazilian, if you know what I mean. I'll go into how I got here at the end. Okay, I'm putting my camera over the fence, so hopefully you can see what I'm looking at. This kind of reminds me of Sodor, Thomas the Tank Engine, you know? It's got the building where the trains go to sleep, where Thomas and Henry and all that go to sleep at the end of the day, and there's a turntable down there. Could you get any more British? I'm learning some Portuguese. Turntable is a viradouro, and the manoeuvre was carried out manually. Yeah, I guess they have to turn something or something to get the train to turn round. Let's take a closer look in this building. There is the Express Turístico. Now that is one of the ways you can get here. I didn't do that because you have to book well in advance. You can tell that by the popularity of here. The reason I didn't do that is because I wasn't certain what day I was going to be coming, so therefore I found another way. I saw other people going through here, therefore that automatically means I'm allowed. As you can see, it goes from Luz Estação, which is where we were at the end of the last video. If you're a train geek, or transport geek in general, I hope you're enjoying this video, because look, I've never been on a turntable before. Like, I've seen them in the UK, I'm sure, like down in Dorset and places like that where my nan used to live, because we used to go to this old railway station, I think from, like, again, similar era. So how did they get the goods from Sao Paulo down to Santos and then the trains back again? Well, they had a funicular railway, which I must say seems to be an absolute feat of engineering, because in order to get up and down, the ascent/descent was 796 meters, and they had to use some sort of pulley and counterweight system using water, because water was plentiful around here, in order to basically pull the trains up, which is crazy. And I think that was actually in use until like the 80s. And there is a 10 to 12 kilometre hike you can do or can't do, as the case may be, because it is kind of not allowed because of the danger. You know, a lot of the wooden and bridges as well are rotten and falling apart, and you could basically die. And also there are venomous snakes and spiders. I'm not doing it mainly because of the 10 to 12 hour thing. I haven't got all day. Well, I have, but you know what I mean. So this train here, the old rusty Hulk, was the vehicle that actually slowed down the trains when it was going downhill, and it pulled them up as well. Hello. Look at this, an absolute rust ball of an old train. This is insane. There's moss, there's things growing on it. Oh, copyrighted music. You can go up here. Lots of people doing Insta shoots here with the rusty old train. There are more rusty trains behind this fence. There is a prohibited sign up there with like a skull and crossbones. But I found this thing. I'm not going to climb over the top obviously, but this is quite sturdy, so I'm going to get up here. Ah, there we go. That is really cool. And there's like a Paranapiacaba, is it like a station building or signal box or something? So in this area, there's a museum, there's a library. I don't know what this building is. Let's check it out. Festival di Cambucci. Oh, there's alcohol. There's what I think is like honey, maybe. I'm not sure. Various sweets. And cakes. Nice. Yeah, it's like an artisan market with cambucci and cassascia. I remember I had that once in Rio, and also when I had a caipirinha, and well, I had two, and I fell asleep in a toilet. Brilliant. Praise be to whoever invented Fanta. This is how you get to the Relógio, or is it Relógio? Relógio in Portuguese, I don't know. It probably won't surprise you in that that clock was supposedly modelled after Big Ben in London. I'm not so sure. You know, a clock tower is a clock tower. You know, why does it have to be modelled after Big Ben? Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? There's one of those transportes turísticos things. He's got to get out of the way. She, rather. Voila. I feel like some refreshing coca. Lunches, the sandwich things, salgadas, snacks, pastels, coffee, and drinks. Oh yes, look at this, Hans. An absolute beast. It's chocolate ice cream with dulce di leche, which is a throwback to Rio. I think I showed you in another video the dulce di leche donut I had in a favela in Rio years ago. It's one thing about Brazil that, again, sends me into a frenzy. Enough filming, more eating. Cheers. Heavenly, especially in this weather. It's quite hot today, so this is an absolute dream. And we've got the Turístico thing going past in the background. Oi, bom dia, tudo bem? Or is it boa tarde now? I think it's the afternoon. Oh, they're not cats. Anyway, Museo Castello is where I'm going. This could be potentially legendary. Museo Castello used to be the home of the chief engineer of the railways, and it's situated high up here to give like a overview of the entire town. Supposedly it's Victorian, 1897. That was Victorian times, wasn't it? Here we are. Let's have a look. I can see what it means about being high up. You know, you can really see across the whole town down there. You know what it reminds me of? Like a house out of the Waltons, or Little House on the Prairie or something, or maybe some sort of 1970s horror movie. Yeah, you could just imagine a sexy teen running up the stairs instead of running out the front door. Oh, by the way, it's a tour. You have to do a tour. You can't just waltz in yourself. I'll have to wait about 10 minutes, I think. Don't know if I'll be able to film, but we'll see.
Nesse ponto, quando tem uma sala de jantar da casa, né? Óbvio que iria ser produzido em ferro e trazido para.
Okay, fast forward 20 minutes. That was quite interesting actually, despite the fact, obviously, I'm not fluent in Portuguese, but I got the gist of quite a lot of it, unbelievably. Yeah, so there's like rooms in there that are kind of kitted out as they were. You know, there's the bathroom, the cocina, the kitchen, the dormitorio, the bedroom, and it kind of very much is like a time warp. Like I stepped back in time to the early 1900s, you know. There's a lot of like old equipment in there, little cigar holders and clocks and machinery that was used in the time of the railway here. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's like a complete stepping through the door to the past, as Monica said in Friends once. I forgot to add, it is especially odd when I come to places like this. I had this in Rio del Monte in Mexico, when there is that English past, you know, seeing things with place names like Bedford and Leeds and London on, it's just bizarre, you know. I'm in Brazil, yet so many countries in the world, whether for right or wrong reasons, have the connection with the UK, which is odd in my head, but history-wise, it's obvious. Okay, there is a destroyed hellhole building up here, which I saw on the drone. It didn't look anything to write home about, to be honest, but let's go up anyway. I don't think you can properly enter it, it's all fenced off. Oh, hang on, maybe we can get in. Oh yes, viewers of past videos from Serbia particularly will know how much I love abandoned, burnt out crap holes. Oh, it's like the bathroom in Saw. Brilliant. Is there anyone's severed foot anywhere? Oh my God in heaven. It looks like my bathroom when I moved out of my flat in London before I left the UK. I wonder what this building was. It's got these huge chimneys. One thing I notice about buildings like this, the chimneys are always the last thing to fall. Maybe we should make an expression out of that or something. It's like a fireplace, obviously, and a chimney. Is it because the chimney breast is like the strongest part of a house or something? I don't know. I'm guessing this was another building like that one. I don't know. Let me know if you know in the comments. Paranapiacaba is it's small, but it's kind of labyrinthine. So I think if you spent longer here, you could definitely discover more things and see more things. There's a great sort of touristy area down there where you can, you know, have meals and drinks and beer and whatever. It's cool. This is totally my kind of thing. Did I say this already? But I've had a wonderful day. If I have said it already, that means it was double epic. Absolute top tier. Well done, Brazil. Yeah, here's the bus stop. So how did I get here if I didn't get the Tourist Express that I mentioned about? So I got the CPTM line from central Sao Paulo to Rio Grande da Serra, and then you get the bus, and the bus costs only 5 reais, so it's very affordable. That Rio Grande place, I was only there very briefly, but I got the drone up, as you can see now, and it looks very nice. It's like a nice little Brazilian town, you know, where normal people live, and you know, it's not touristy. I look forward to going to places like that in future. So thanks for watching. I've loved this video. Brazil just went top tier, as I said. Next up we'll be in Santos, as I said, so expect beaches. Let's pray, cruzar los dedos, for good weather, because we want to get good beach shots. Adios, amigo. And I'll see you two later. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.